student athletes who signed Division I letters of intent to play sports and to, of course, get a great education. I'm going to introduce each of our three, say a few words about each, and then I'll have them sign their paperwork. In some cases, I know they've already signed because of their school deadlines. I think it's very interesting, though, that all three of these student athletes have selected schools that have a rich academic tradition. In fact, in doing some research here on each of the programs that they're going into, they've been recognized, the teams that they're about to play for have been recognized for academic excellence as a team. So they're really stepping into not only some competitive waters in terms of their sport, but there's a high tradition of doing well in the classroom as well. So let me introduce each one of them one at a time, and we're also fortunate to be joined by some of their family members as well. I'm going to start with Emily DeWald. Emily is a state-level competitor. She's competed at the state level in cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track throughout her years here at Niskayuna. That's very impressive. You know, when you think about a state championship or competing at a state level for a state championship, to do that in 3 different sports is pretty amazing. She also holds some records here for us. She's part of the outdoor sprint medley relay and distance medley relay. And she's also part of the sprint medley indoor relay record as well. She's going to be taking her talents to the University of Vermont. They compete in America East, which is a very competitive athletic conference. And her coach is going to be Matt Belford, and I think she'll get a great education there, and she'll have a chance, again, to expand her talents in running at the University of Vermont. We're fortunate here to be joined by Emily's parents, Robert and Suzanne, as well. And I'm glad that they could make it. Our next athlete is Connor McDonough. And Connor, you know, when I look, Connor's going to be attending Manhattan College. And most people, when you think about Manhattan College, the first thing people think about is their basketball program. But if you research Manhattan athletics, their strongest history and tradition is in the areas of track and field. So Connor's really stepping into a program where there's going to be some high expectations, and I know he's going to be ready for that. He's going to compete with Coach Dan Mecca at Manhattan, and while he was here at Niskayuna, he has some interesting records as well. He has the school record for our home course in cross country, which is over at Iroquois Middle School. He's been labeled the fastest athlete in indoor track from all the events from the 800 up to the 3200. He's been the captain of that team. And he has a very impressive time, which I come to appreciate more now that my son's competing in track. His mile time is 4 minutes and 28 seconds. It's a pretty fast mile. He's also been recognized as a scholar athlete. Connor's parents are Neil and Susan, and I believe they're with us as well. And our third athlete competing in the sport of crew, rowing, is Trent Jones. Trena is going to be attending Merrimack College, and Merrimack is in North Andover, Massachusetts. They compete in a conference that is known as the Northeast 10. Her coach will be David Lefevre. I hope I said that right. Check with him if I did. Merrimack, if you're not familiar with it, was recognized by U.S. News and World Report in both 2012 and 2013 as one of the top 10 regional colleges in the entire country. So again, a rich tradition of academics, and their rowing program certainly seems to be taking off quite a bit. Trena also participates in our bowling program, so she's a multi-sport athlete. And as I have come to understand from the recent accomplishments of our crew program, Trena, you have to work your way into the fastest boat, the fastest leg of the race, so to speak. And so through her success rate and her accomplishments, she's been able to be a part of that. And now to be able to compete at the collegiate level in a sport like that is pretty amazing. So these are our 3 athletes, Connor, Emily, and Trena, and I'm going to ask each of you, if you wouldn't mind, signing off together. And before we give them a round of applause, I also want to recognize Trena's parents, Lori and Thomas are here as well. So, and congratulations to our 3 student athletes.